Traders, welcome back to another video. So in this one, we're going to be going over the monthly recap, right? So here we are on Trader View, right? Let's jump right into it. So we're going to touch on a couple of key things, of course, going over some of the metrics, and then we're going to talk about what we're going to do next month so we can be better, right? That's the main thing, right? Progress. So May 2020, here we go. So of course, notable, right? First notable thing, 5 red days, which is not too bad. We would have loved to be better than that, but 5 red days for the month is not too bad at all, right? Considering there was about 20 days, so about 25% of the month was red and 75% of the month was green, right? So that was pretty good, right? Not bad at all. And a lot of the red days, right, were close days, and a few of them we kind of went back and over traded, which made them bigger red days, right? So all these smaller red days here, were under $100, I believe. And then this one here, we were down 89, and we went back to trade GR and Q actually in the E-Trade account, switched over to Ameritrade, and then gave back $40, right? So this one here was a bit of a botched trade, but this is the most notable loss, right? We'll start off by going in depth in this one. And if you guys can remember, I was just looking to come into the market to be aggressive this day. I wasn't really managing my risk as well as I should have been, to be honest. Definitely. Wasn't managing my risk as well as I should have been. And was just exposing myself too much, being too aggressive. And, funny enough, too, that day I actually missed a couple key trades, which is why I think I was in the red, because I came late to 2 of them, and the third one I think I just flat out missed. So got to be careful moving forward with being aggressive, when to be aggressive, what stock to be aggressive on, and that kind of a thing. And just got to always manage risk 24/7 whilst I'm trading, right? Can't afford to come in with a thought process that's not proven over the years. So got to be careful moving forward with that, right? But besides this loss, we kept the losers pretty small, even on the days where we went back and broke rules. So not bad there, right? And we're gonna get into that for what we're gonna do better more towards the end of the video. So if we jump in here to details, we'll see 4,300 right now. One thing I will say is that something is not right with the stats. It's a bit messed up. I'm not sure why after importing it kind of got skewed. But for example, right, Thursday was the day where I was up $1,100, and you can see it's only saying 898 right here. I'm not sure what's up with that. It's kind of telling me that there's a position open, right? If you go to dashboard, it'll say open position here minus 286 MYOS. I'm not sure what the hell that is, or why TraderView is recognizing these positions as open positions, when in fact I don't have any open positions in my account, right? So there's that. But the stats are a bit skewed, but for the most part it is accurate. On the month, as opposed to 4,300, I am up 4,664.35 to be exact, right? So it's not too far off. And a couple of things to look into: average winning trade, average winning stock, right? I'm not sure why they say trade. Average winning stock 185, average losing stock 100. So we want to improve on these numbers. We're going to try and push this higher, of course, to around the 200 mark and better, and try and keep these lower, right? So had the $600 red day not come into play, right, this probably would have been around $70, which is where I would have wanted it to be, right? Having that 2-to-1 ratio at all times. So we kind of have a 1.85 to 1, which is not bad, but we want to be better in that aspect. The accuracy for next month, I'm going to aim for 65%. I think I can do it, and here's why. For the first portion of the session, right, of the month, I was keeping above 65%, right? And that was because I was trading smart. I wasn't over trading. I wasn't going back and trading after I was done. It was just a matter of discipline, right? So if I can be disciplined enough to trade the best, leave the rest, I feel like I can maintain an accuracy above 60%, right? So 65%, that's the goal, right? So next month we're definitely going to be working on this. So average hold time losing trades 7 minutes, so a bit on the higher side, right? We want to make sure that we're cutting the losses quickly. I remember there's a handful of days where I was like, man, I could have sold a bit quicker. So next month, right, starting Monday, as soon as we realize those positions are not working, we're getting out right away. Boom, selling, 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 right? We want to cut this time down to at least half, to go down to 3 or 4 minutes, right? We want to cut the losers quick and have the winning trades run longer, right? So we want to hold those winning trades a bit longer, really get that follow through, that good resolution, that nice green, that buying on the ass. And if this number here can go up to about 12 minutes, that wouldn't be bad, right? So those are some of the things we're going to look towards for Monday. And, we're going to just try and manage our risk day in, day out, stay focused at the task at hand, and keep getting better. So max consecutive wins 8, max consecutive losers 6. Again, right here we do want to have a 2-to-1 with all of these metrics, right? So in this case, we want to be winning at least 8 and losing only 4 times in a row, right? So and what's going to help me with that, of course, is being disciplined. It's all going to come down to the discipline, right? Maybe on those days where I was going back and losing is why this was able to add up so quickly to 6, right? So by me just not over trading after 10:30, I could save myself over $800 because I lost about $800 this month going back and trading after 10:30. So with next month, right? Next month, no trades whatsoever after 10:30, and immediately we will save ourselves around $800 just like that without even doing anything, right? Which is crazy. So that is a must. That's a must, right? So if we look at the days, Monday, and again, if we go back to reports view, see it's only saying 245, which is why I'm saying the stats is a bit skewed after it got imported again. So you can see 250 on this day. This day they had adjusted the position, so I think that's what's kind of causing the issues, right? This day I had some lag in the account and was up $20, right? So once they adjusted the trades, they credit the accounts the accurate amount. So I don't think TraderView is picking that up. I think that's part of what's causing the issue. But anyhow, it's Monday, 245. Tuesday, unfortunately, after that big red day, 677. We're gonna go in the red on Tuesdays, which is not what we wanted at all. So next month, starting Monday, of course, the main thing we got to watch out for is Monday and Tuesday. Right now, I don't like to dictate how I trade on these days based off of the metrics, because to me every day is different and it's its own kind of a its own thing. I don't want to base too much and put too much emphasis on those 2 days, but I do want to be careful though, right? I want to be careful on Monday. Definitely try and have green days, and on Tuesday, even if it's just small gains, just so we can come back until we're in the green, and then push higher. That's what we're gonna look to do. And so far Wednesday not too bad, right around $1,000, but Thursday is where it really picks up with 2,400, right? So Thursdays are definitely our best days this month, and this is different for every month. Again, like I just mentioned, I don't want to put too much emphasis on these metrics here, and then every Thursday next month trying to take big sizing. That's not what we want to do, right? So Friday, again, not bad as well, matching up right there with Wednesday, just around $1,000, which is pretty good. Performance by hour, right? So between 9 and 10 o'clock is where I'm making most of the profits. After 10, I'm very surprised that I'm in the red, but that must be because of this red the red trade on Tuesday. And after 11, like I mentioned, it's just downhill from there. So between 10 and 10:30, I can definitely be green. I have been green in that area, but just not as much as I am between 9 and 10 o'clock. Between that range, like 9:45, 9:36, that's where sometimes you see some of the best trades, right? And like I mentioned in the recap videos, the first moves are the best moves in most cases. So that's why within the first couple of trades of the day, we're doing better than we're doing as the day continues. So again, not too bad here on the metrics. Not too bad. Price and volume under $2, pretty good. So around that 150, 160 range, and even below the $1 price range, we're really killing it, right? This is usually our best range, and followed right by, you know, the $2 to $4 range, the $2 to $5 range, you know, just as good so far. But from my experience, from my personal stats, the below $2 range, the $2 and below, this range here will usually be the best range by a decent margin. Not too much, but by a decent margin. 5 to 9, I gotta shape it up. 5 to 9, I think in this range we got like the most potential, and I don't do well sometimes, so I gotta really be careful. You know, in those stocks around $6-7, you gotta really be careful getting in, getting out quick for those nice profits. So instruments or stock itself, right? Each stock, we can see how we did. MYOS being the best gainer. CHCI, this one of course from yesterday, right, which was Friday. TTPH, GR and Q, so not bad as we go down the list there. And VUZI being our biggest loser. So on a day where we were down 677, we just didn't lose that money on one stock. We had about three good sized losers, right? So, and I think one of those was OBLN, right? But VUZI being our biggest loss there at 405, we got to definitely try and shaping up on that. So another goal will be trying to get the biggest gain bigger and the biggest loser smaller, right? So if we can have our biggest loss next month be less than 405, that'll be awesome, right? And we'll strive for a bigger green day and just keep trying to, you know, beat ourselves out. So not bad right there. Performance by volume, right? So when the stocks are around 10 to 20 million shares, that's where I'm doing the best so far. 5 to 10 million, not too bad, not too bad. Over 25, surprisingly, not, you know, pretty decent as well. So the 1 million volume range, we got to be careful about, only up $56 there. So when a stock is pushing about 1 million, we got to be careful, make sure that the volume is really in there before we take the trades. That's what this is telling me, right? This is telling me on those stocks that are now starting to move, wait for confirmation before we get into the positions, right? So that's what we're going to do here. And I'm not sure how this works because, you know, what about the stocks that we traded in this range that eventually gain more volume throughout the day, right? So, you know, we got to always take these metrics and not put too much emphasis on it. So we just got to proceed with caution at all times, right? Keep managing our risk to the best of our abilities, day in, day out. Market behavior. Now, my trading don't have much correlation with the overall market, whether it's up or down, doesn't really matter. So we're not going to really look into this too much, right? So win-loss expectation. So 56% winners, 43% losers. So on the month, well, goodness. See, this is a very important stat right here, right? I didn't even realize I made this much on the month. So had I not had any losing trades, this was the exact P&L that we would have had, $7,587.44. But I lost back $3K, $3,200. So again, right, those days where we're going back after 10:30, that alone could have saved us like $800, right? That's the first thing. The second thing is making sure we cut our losers a bit faster, right? That could have probably saved us another $500-700. And then last but not least, what was the goodness? I can't even think about the last metric there I had in my mind, but it'll come back to me in a second. Well, actually, yeah, there we go. Drawdowns, right? The biggest drawdowns. So again, making sure we manage our risk and not being too aggressive. This day where we gave back 677, had I been managing my risk properly, and let's say we did miss the trades the same way we missed the trades, and the day went the same exact way, with less sizing and knowing that we weren't seeing the momentum, I would have been using, you know, 900 shares, 1200 shares, and this $600 red day could have been like a $200 red day or less, right? Or less. So that right there could have saved us another $500-600, right? So just like that, you know, the losses could have been maybe 1,500 or less, right? Some trades are unavoidable. We are going to lose, and we're not going to be able to do anything about it. But, you know, in a lot of cases, we can control what happens. So that's the main thing. And as you can see here, going really nice in the equity curve up to 4,100 and then pulling back sharply before then recouping and then going higher, right? So that's pretty much it for the month, right? That's pretty much it. Not a bad month. And again, this was our first month live in the account and pretty similar numbers to what we were doing in the sim. So we just got to keep getting better, man. Keep focusing up each and every day for a full hour, man. A full hour, not just 20 minutes, not just 30 minutes, for one full hour, 9:30 to 10:30, or not even 9:30. I would say 9:10, 9:15, which is when I usually sign in and everything. From 9:15 to 10:30, I need to be laser focused day in, day out, every single day without fail, right? If we're not 100%, we do not trade, right? If we have a headache, fever, if we're not feeling well, if we're tired, all of those things are going to contribute to losing trades. So, you know, we got to make sure we come in at 100%, get a good night's rest. You know, whether you want to eat breakfast, if you know that's going to make you feel comfortable. As traders, that's the kind of things that you want to do, so that once you're in your chair or at your standing desk, you're just laser focused, ready to go, man. But this has been the stats. Not too bad, like I mentioned, not too bad. June, we will see what happens in June. So we're approaching the summer months. It seems like a lot of the country might be reopening. So a lot of hedge fund managers and that kind of a thing might be back in the office. So we might still see more momentum. But again, we are going to continue and proceed with caution, right? So if we do notice that things are slowing down, we want to slow down as well. It doesn't make sense going full force in a danger zone, right? You want to slow down when you have to slow down and speed up when you're supposed to speed up, right? So, you know, that's what we're gonna do, and we're gonna look to have a pretty good month next month, right? So June, we're looking forward to June. We're gonna take it one day at a time, one trade at a time, and look to have an even better month, right? But that's gonna do it for this monthly recap. Of course, I hope you guys enjoyed, right? And so if you're not sure about this software, it's called TraderView, right? I actually am using the free version right now. So you can see it still gives you a decent amount with the free version. So I definitely recommend you guys checking it out. I'll try and leave a link in the description below. You can upload all your stats no matter which broker, right? So if you go to import trades, you can see that you can select from E-Trade. There's E-Trade. I mean, just all the big brokers are here, like almost all of them, right? So, you know, you can definitely look through, see which broker you're using, and then once you click on that broker, it'll pull up a list of steps you have to take to then import the trade. So as long as you follow those simple steps, right, you'll be good to go. But that's gonna do it for this one, guys. It's been Relentless Trader, and I am signing out.